Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to John McEntyre Show Live. I'm John McEntyre, and today we have this is Work Wednesday, where we talk about work, and you know the drill. Um, First, I got to talk about the weather. It's hot, as people can tell here in the southeast. It is hot. Was talking about summer. This is the last few days of summer. Yeah, I beg to differ. It may be calendar summer, but summer is far from over. Um, I don't know what they're thinking. So, but it's okay. We got the air pumping. I'm ready to give some good information here. So, I've gotten the weather out of the way. Now we'll talk about the wallet wins. So we'll talk about the weather, the wallet wins, then we'll get into the show. So, first wallet win is I finally got rid of the timeshare. I took a loss, but I no longer have to make those pesky payments. Yes, that is a wallet win. Um, Timeshares, good in theory, bad in practice. I think I've only heard one or two good stories, and it was a lady. As a matter of fact, it's one of Bella's preschool teachers back when Bella. So you see how long ago that was. I haven't heard a positive story since, where um, she basically said we go to the every year the same week since the mid '80s or something like that. The same week, the same place, every year ever since then. And she was like, and it's been perfect. And I was like, okay, I guess that is the market that the timeshare people were going after, um, because and that's um, the old school timeshare where it was basically one place. These new timeshares saying you can go anywhere in the world for this, that, and the other, and the people said they've yet to see it work the way that it was sold, and so that's also a big business itself, getting out of timeshares. So this person, they made a wallet win, because they were like the management fees going up every year, um, customer service type thing. So you know my advice is, if that is something that you're leaning that way, just join a travel club. It would be better to just join like a travel club, one of the big hotel companies or something like that. So yeah. All right. So wallet win number two: by using the debt avalanche, I just paid off the uh, card with the highest interest rate first. Just paid off my highest interest rated card. It feels good knowing that I'm not paying 20% interest now. So yeah, that is wallet win. Most people talk about the debt snowball, where you take your smallest debt, pay it off, take the payment that you was making on that, apply it to the next largest, and then it snowballs. Whereas the avalanche, it tackles the highest interest rates. So mathematically, you save more money. It may not be the quickest, may not the benefit of the debt snowball is that it shows quicker wins. So some people like to have, see those quick wins, where some people are more mathematically inclined. They're like, I don't need to see the quick win. I need to see big wins. So when I pay off that credit card with the highest interest rate, I know I've paid off I've made a big win. So that's their definition of winning. So, and then there's other types. Also, I mentioned, I know we talked about debt back when we first started doing live. One of them, this particular person, she just went by feeling the one the one that like irritated her the most. That's the one she would tackle, and she tackled it and she got out. So I think I was like, okay, well, that's like a hybrid. And then there is another one, mathematically it's like the ultimate, it's like the debt destroyer, but you actually need I would need a whiteboard to explain that one. So yeah, that is a wallet win, knowing you don't have to pay 20% interest any longer. And I'm quite sure, with all the exclamation points, they probably cut the card up, or canceled it or whatever. So wallet win number three: I went on a cash only spending plan, and I have reduced my spending by 15% already. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I think I'm also of that school. Um, when I spend cash, I spend less money. Number one, because I don't carry a lot of cash. Um, you know, and said America has tilted, and every day is getting more and more. What now? Almost 80% of people are card only now, and with the goal of America becoming a cashless society. Um, I don't think that it would ought to go totally all cashless, because most people that under $50,000 income, they're still predominantly cash. They still spend more cash than use a card. So, and that's a high number of the population. That's 50,000 below. That's a lot of people. So I don't see it going cashless, um, but it is leaning that way. And one of the figures I saw, 70%, 78%, no, people that are cash only, that use cash, are 78% less likely to overspend on their budget when they're using cash. It is much easier to budget when you're using cash, because you have cash on hand, and in this particular category, when the cash is gone, there's no more spending in that category. So they basically just stop, and they become much more, they're choosier about what they spend that money on now. They're like, okay, I only have $100 to do this. So with a card, it's easy. You just do it. Then you see something else, and you've accrued a lot of debt. You just have cash on hand and say, this is specifically for eating out. Once it's gone, no more eating out for the month. And once it's gone, so they don't eat out anymore. So it is much easier to create and stick to a budget by using cash only. So those are three good wallet wins for today. Getting rid of the timeshare, using the debt avalanche to pay off that large interest rated credit card, and reducing spending by 15% just by only spending cash. So yeah, there was three good wallet wins. And share your wallet wins. Make sure you can do a hashtag wallet win. Put it in the comment below, or if you're on YouTube, comment next beside you, or whatever. One's below, one's beside, whatever. Um, but add it. Do your questions. Do uppercase Q for us. We see the question, or if you have a comment, we'll make sure. I'm getting better with catching those comments and questions and stuff. So my goal is to actually catch it while the show is still going, and I'm going to do my best to do that. But um, people are interacting, and I'm really appreciative of their interaction, and people are watching it. So we're steadily growing out here. All right, let's get to this. It's a topic. It was posed as a question. Basically, how do I get my dream job? So I said, okay, well, this would be, I'm going to just share some pointers on getting hired for your dream job. And these are not my points. These are basically talking to hiring managers, what they look for, because that's really, where everything happened. You want your dream job, you're preparing yourself, but it's like anything, going to a job interview is selling yourself. And the one of the number one rules of selling is know who you're selling to. So you understand the company, taking time to know the company, but you also need to know who you're going to talk to. The hiring manager. Okay, what are they looking for? Most of the time you go on the job sites, Indeed, some of the, that's one of the larger ones. Some of those job sites, they're posting, and they're putting, this is what we're looking for. These are the requirements. And number one, what most hiring managers say, if you have the right mixture, they can even look past the actual requirements. They'll look past it. So I just wanted to share some of the top ones that most of them, from talking to all of the different hiring managers, what they're actually looking for. Number one, when they're talking to a candidate, they are looking for relevant skills, not talents, but skills. They're looking for relevant skills. And that's 65% of 65% of the hiring managers will consider a candidate with relevant skills over those with the extensive employment history or academic credentials, even if they lack experience. If they have those skills, the soft skills that they're looking for, soft skills, communication, leadership, being a self starter. You don't have to be micromanaged. You think for yourself. You understand your role. You're a team player. Those types of things. You can't quantify. It can be quantified on paper, but it's usually from outcome and income. You're generating results. So that's how they can do those. Just saying, I went to this particular school and I did this. Okay, well, that's like, it could be just your ticket. That's what I've always said. A lot of times, the education, the degree is usually just the ticket to get into the game. Doesn't mean you know how to play the game or you're going to do very well in the game. It's just your ticket. Okay, we will allow you in. But now, hiring managers, they're looking for more. It was like, okay, you may have that ticket, but if you have those soft skills, that could override the ticket. That could, we do want you to have the education. That does show that you've been proactive, that you are serious about what you wanting to do. But if you don't have those skills, okay, you just have a degree. That means you just did good in school. That's all. But if you haven't taken time to develop those skills, getting along with people, being a team player, not griping, not being a whiner, not being a troublemaker, all of this type of stuff, then if you haven't taken time to do that, then that's where a company really succeeds. Everyone working together for the common goal of the company, the mission, the vision of the company. So that's what they're looking for more than even if you didn't have the experience. If you can get along well with people and all of this, they'll give you a chance. They will give you a chance. There's so many other strategies. I mean, I could do it like an hour show on just some of those strategies. But number two, after relevant skills, uh, they're kind of leery of job changers. 50% of them are hesitant to move forward with a candidate with frequent job changes, and almost 20% of those, they just consider it a major red flag. If you're just job hopping, just like for no apparent reason, you just quit jobs, then you look for another one. Now there is a strategy that I learned a long time ago, where you're not job hopping. You've mapped out your career path, and you have a strategy. Okay, with this particular job, I want to learn this. 2-3 years, that's my goal. I've learned it, then I'll move on. If I can't find it within the company that I'm with, then I will look outside of the company. That's a totally different strategy. And when I go into this company, I already know what I'm going to bring to the table. I already have a plan of what I want to do. Once they tell me what they're looking for, what their goals are, I have my own goals. So that's not job hopping. That's strategically getting what you want. And they actually like those type of people because they know what they want. They're not coming in, excuse me, saying, I'm just looking for a job. Anything you give me. No, I'm looking specifically for this. Okay, why did you leave this last company? Okay, when I went to the last company, I went in with this intention and I accomplished that. And I looked for a position inside the company, but they didn't have exactly what I was looking for. You guys have what I'm looking for and what I want to do. And this is my plan. If you hire me, this is my plan to do it. Hiring managers are excited now. You're making their job easy. They don't have to pull teeth or try to figure you out or whatever. You come in with your plan. And so they're happy to see that. A person, why did you leave your last job? They didn't like me. I wanted to work 3 days a week, and they wouldn't give me. I wanted $75 an hour, and I just wanted to work 3 days a week, and they wouldn't give it to me. And they woke me up. I was at my desk sleeping. They come waking me up. Okay, well, uh, yeah, we'll call you. That's basically what they say. But that's basically what some people are doing this day and time. They actually, I call it the tail wagging the dog. They actually think they get a job at a company. Now they think that they are running the company. They own the company. You know, No, that's the wrong attitude. So if you are moving from job to job strategically, that's one thing. Job hopping, no. Unless you're just going to do those lower level type jobs, with the paper hat, then you probably could do that. Um, what they look for, the soft skills. I talked about the soft skills. 54% of those, they're looking for that. Uh, they believe that the soft skills can be taught, and 48% just won't hire because of the lack of soft skills. Uh, Educational qualifications. 47% are, they say that the educational qualifications, they are important. 25% of those are saying that those attributes are absolutely essential, but 43% of them, they don't require a degree from a prestigious institution. So if you've just shown the initiative of going for the education, it doesn't have to be from a Harvard or an Ivy League type school. Just showing the initiative, especially in today's times, a person that has taken the time out of their schedule on a daily basis, as busy as we have a lot to do. But if they've taken the time in the evening to get that degree to further their career, they're looking for that. That's something different. That's hustle. That's initiative. That's being a self-starter. That's knowing what you want and willing to go after it. Now, they're not looking for a person who just goes to school all the time, a professional student who just going after degrees. Okay, you have this degree, you have a degree in this, then you have a degree over here, you have a degree in nursing, then you have a degree in engineering, then you have a degree in, went for your MBA. Okay, it doesn't mesh. It's not meshing, so they're not looking for that. Unless you're looking for a job to be a thermometer, then get the degrees. I know that was corny, so I'm going to keep moving on. But that's what they're seriously looking for. Seriously, that person that's taking that initiative, and it's always been that way. It's always been that way. The person knows what they want, take the initiative to go after it. They're looking for those people, and then um, last but not least, definitely not least, they're just looking for that person with the good old fashioned enthusiasm. They're just excited to be working for the company. They're excited to be there because we can put not. It's like in sales, um, all sales trainers. And I learned that a long time ago. But they drew a line down the middle of a page. These trainers, and they put on one side product knowledge, the normal things, knowing your product, knowing how to sell it, and all of this. Other side, sales skills, fire in the heart, the enthusiasm, the willingness to learn, being coachable, which is under the word enthusiasm. They'll take that group all day. They was like, because I can put the knowledge in your head, but I can't put the fire in your heart. So if you bring the fire, the hustle, the heart, we'll take care of the rest of it. It's just a matter of, we'll give you a sales manual, teach you the products. You bring the enthusiasm, we bring the product. Everyone will be happy, and that's why the salespeople are some of the highest paid people in the world, is because they're usually the ones that bring that fire, that enthusiasm. But if you're an accountant, you wanted to be in the accounting department, you don't have to come in bouncing off the walls, but if you do show a passion for what you do, for the numbers and for being accurate, there you go. You'll get a chance, because that's attitude. That's all about attitude right there. That's pure attitude. You're excited for the company and you're willing to do whatever. That's attitude, and that's always at the top of the list. A well-educated person with a bad attitude will not go far. Person with half the education with a great attitude, they're on their way. So um, I hope those were some good tips. Like I say, that was just barely skimming the top. And this is for, a lot of people, they're changing careers, or they're new. Some just coming off college campuses looking for that first job. You take these into an interview, um, you will get a job. You will get a job, and you'll get a good job. Uh, I, I've seen it; it hasn't failed yet. Just those few pointers. So I hope those was some good pointers for those out there that's in the workforce. Um, But my question of the day, it goes back up to one of the wallet wins, the spending only cash. Question of the day is, do you spend less when you use cash? Are you one of those? Do you spend less or do you spend more, or is it just the same? That's the question of the day. Do you spend less? So with that being said, I hope I gave some great information. And if I did, share it, subscribe to the channels, like the show, tell other people about it, send in your questions, your comments, your wallet wins. Contact us if you're ready for that financial checkup or you just have questions about your financial situation. Don't hesitate to give us a call or contact us by email. Visit the website, johnmcentyre.com. And until tomorrow, we'll be back, same time, same channel. Have a great day.